Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. You're good. Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Gopal Krishna Goswami Tamini. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanan Gyana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavamscha Serupang Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvadhotam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Si Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavaneswari Visabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Continue reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Summon Bonum, Chapter 2, Prayers of the Demigods unto the womb of Mother Devaki. Text number 10. Hare Krishna. You want to have the book, Prabhu? You can have the book. I have the. So I can read the verse too, right? Thank you. Archisyante manusyas tvam. Text number 10. Archisyante manusyas tvam sarvakama varesparim dupopahara balibhi sarvakama vara pradam archisyante manusyastvam Sarvakama Maresvarim Dupopahara Bhalibhi Sarvakama Vara Pradam. You want to try? Artishyante manusyastvam Sarvakama Varesparim Dupopahara Bhalibhi Sarvakama Vara Pradam. Word for word meaning, Artisyanti will worship Manusya, human society, Twam, unto you, Sarvakama Vara Isvarim, because you are the best of the demigods who can fulfill all material desires. Dhupa, by incense. Upahara, by presentations. Balibhi, by different types of worship. Through sacrifice. Sarvakama, of all material desires. Vara, the blessings. Pradham, one who can bestow. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By sacrifices of animals, ordinary human beings will worship you gorgeously with various paraphernalia because you are supreme in fulfilling the material desires of everyone. This is Durga Devi. She fulfills all of one's material desires. Let's read the purport. Purport. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 20, Kamaistaistair jnana prapadyante nyadevata. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods. Therefore, the word manusya, meaning human being here, refers to one who does not know the actual goal of life. Such a person wants to enjoy the material world by taking birth in a highly elevated family with the benefits of education, beauty, and immense wealth, which in this material world are desirable. One who has forgotten the real aim of life may worship Goddess Durga, Maya Shakti, under various names for different purposes and in different places. As there are many holy places for the worship of Krishna, there are also many holy places in India for the worship of Durga Devi or Maya Devi, who took birth as the daughter of Yashoda. After cheating Kamsa, Maya Devi dispersed herself to various places, especially in Vindhyachala, to accept regular worship from ordinary men. A human being should actually be interested in understanding Atma Tattva, the truth of Atma, the spirit soul, and Param Atma, the supreme soul. Those who are interested in Atma Tattva worship, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yasming Vignate Sarvam Ibang Vignatang Bhavati. Mundaka Upanishad, chapter 1, text 3. However, as explained in the next verse of this chapter, those who cannot understand Atma Tattva, Apashyatang Atma Tattvang, worship Yogamaya in her different features. Therefore, Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 12, says, Srotabhya dhaini rajendra ninang shanti sahasvasa apasyatang atmatatvang grihesu grihamedinam. Those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society, O Emperor. Those who are interested in remaining in this material world and are not interested in spiritual salvation have many duties. But for one who is interested in spiritual salvation, the only duty is to surrender fully unto Krishna. Sarva dharmam parityaja mam ekam sharanam braja. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 66. Such a person is not interested in material enjoyment. Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Archishyanti manusyastang sarvakama vareshvarim dupopahara bhalibhi sarvakama varapradam. By sacrifice of animals, ordinary human beings will worship you gorgeously with various paraphernalia because you are supreme and fulfilling the material desires of everyone. So this is being addressed by Lord Krishna to Yogamaya. Yogamaya, as we were talking the other day under the discussion, whereby she is the predominating deity both in the spiritual world and in the material world. The same personalities, two of them, but in Yoga Maya in the spiritual world covers the devotees for them not to see Lord Krishna's position, so that their interaction, the reciprocation between the devotees and the Supreme Lord is more intimate, more bound in such a way that for them, it doesn't matter whether Krishna is God or not. They just want to serve Krishna and increase their love towards Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna also, he doesn't play the role of a God, of the supreme personality of Godhead. Reciprocally, according to his eternal associates, he will develop the love of the devotees towards him to be more and more intense, more increasing at all times. All the times. So, in the material world, there is the counterpart of Yogamaya called Mahamaya. So that Mahamaya also put the living entities, the conditioned souls, in such a way that they are always bewildered by the material energy. They're always into illusion. They don't, well, some of them, they realize there is some miserable condition of life here, somehow or other. But they don't want to do anything about it. Somehow they're like, you may say the word immune. You've heard the word immune? Immune means you take the medicine and the medicine doesn't work anymore. And their only hope is the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his pure representatives to have the association of a pure devotee or his devotees. So Mahamaya will be taken by Vasudeva because he put Krishna, right? And there is also the Mahamaya. Maya Shakti, the Supreme Lord, Vasudev will take her back to the prison house of Kamsa to cheat Kamsa. Because Krishna is supposed to be the one that will be killed by Kamsa, but then there was some interchange. What do you call this? Switch-aru. You've heard of that, right? Switch-aru. So instead of Krishna being dealt by Kamsa immediately, it was going to be the Mahamaya. And she will slip from the hands of Kamsa, which will be hear about later on. And Lord Krishna says, you will be worshipped in various forms in Vindhyachala and other places. All men will worship these forms because you are the supreme goddess of those who have all types of material desires. Krishna is so kind that even though one will have that desire for sense enjoyment, to fulfill that sense enjoyment, Krishna will make arrangements for them to execute, to follow. This is one of the parts of the Vedas. This is Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda. 3 divisions. In the Karma, to say one is a karmi, that means that person is following the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas. A materialist is different, just to fulfill one's material desires. But a karmi also would like to fulfill one's material desires, but with certain procedure. We've heard Prabhupada says that if one, or it says in the Vedas, that if one wants to eat meat, because they like the taste of meat in the flesh. So in Calcutta, there is a place called where is near Hooghly, where Durga Devi will be worshipped. Kali Puja. They'll offer the animal to be killed, and then they will consume that. But in the Veda it says that you should do this only when it's in the Amavasya, dark moon night. No, just like right now, it's still a little bit in the moon. A few days ago was Purnima. Nisinghadev, appearance day, was Purnima, right? So it started to, one day before, yes. But still full moon. still full. Yeah, it's still full moon, Chaturdasi. Yes, that's right. Yeah, but it's Purnima. Yes? So then it gets down. Then when you see the moon, it starts to become darker. Then it becomes Amavasya. So Purnima and Chaturdasi, Lord Nisinghadev's appearance day. Okay. Titi is what's it called? This interlapping. There's an overlap, so to speak. Sometimes Ekadasi, then we don't do Ekadasi, and then the next day is Mahadwadasi. That is more powerful, more potent. So it says there that on that Amavasya night, dark moon night, that a person who would like to eat meat, then he will whisper to the animal that he is going to kill to consume the flesh. It says, Now I am killing you for my sense enjoyment, and then in the future, you will have also the opportunity to kill me. There's some mantras saying like that. That has to be done. But now, who's doing that mantra? See, knowingly, a materialist, a karmi, will utter that mantra, knowingly that, hey, I cannot control my senses. So, I still have to do this. So, next life, in the future, you will also have the opportunity to kill me. This is what you call karma. This is in the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas. So, the goddess Durga Devi, men who have material desires will be able to fulfill those desires when they worship these different forms of Durga. Some place is called Kali. Same Parvati, same personality, but different features. So, men have desires. Because men have desires and are qualified with that dharma, Durga Devi bestow benedictions upon them. It says here in the Hari Vamsa, Pradam te karishyami mat prabhav va amang bhubi yena sarvasya lokasya devi devi bhavishyasi. O Devi, I give you power equal to mine in this world, by which you will become the goddess of all men. So this Lord Krishna addressing Durga Devi. So those who are not fixed in their mind unto the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, then their minds are distorted by material desires, and they surrender unto the demigods. This is how the demigods' main duty also is to fulfill the desires of those who cannot focus their mind unto the Lord's lotus feet. Manusha, this is the meaning of human beings. So this is where the man word came from. Man means human being. And Manusha also is human being. But specifically, this Manusha in this verse pertains to or refers to one who does not know the actual goal of life. This is the opposite of the Aryans. Aryans means one who knows the goal of life is meant for self-realization. Prabhupada says, I was hearing a lecture, not until one became disgusted of the material world, then he will not become a devotee. You have to be like disgusted, get sick of it, and want to get a solution, a permanent solution, not a patch-up solution. The conditioned souls in human form of life, specifically, they work hard, day in and day out. And they don't want to work, but they're like forced to work because they want to fulfill their sense enjoyment. And then they will work, some they work 5 days a week, some 6 days a week. And then the weekends come, oh, we're so alive. For working 40 hours, that's the full-time work, right? But some, they have like 2 part-times also. 2 part-times job. And then on the weekend, they will sleep all the weekend. yeah, or enjoy with their so-called friends, and then Monday again comes, and there was a song that was written many years ago, and I can still remember. The name of the song is "I Hate Mondays." I hate Mondays, and it became popular. Yes, it was in the Billboard top 10. Why? Because that's true. Who wants Mondays? They all like want to be in the weekends or Easter break for the students, right? They will go party all weekend long. Then this is the material world. So Prabhupada says here, such a person hmm, wants to enjoy the material world by taking birth in a highly elevated family with the benefits of education, beauty, and immense wealth, which in this material world are desirable. Hare Krishna Mataji. Who wants to be poor? Who wants to be uh, having a very miserable life that really working hard? Hmm? No, everyone wants to belong or take birth in an aristocratic family where you can get good education and be surrounded also by aristocratic relatives, family members. So this is desirable. However, not everyone can have that. And there is a survey done. Those who are actually rich, they are miserable. Hmm. Those who took birth with a silver spoon in their mouth. There's a phrase like that, right? Taking birth with silver spoon in your mouth means you took birth in a very wealthy family. Hmm. But at the same time, if one will miss the purpose of human form of life, then those wealth that one will inherit is only gonna be used. You can only use two things: the wealth, either for Krishna or for one's own benefit and for the family members. So we have to somehow understand how to use them. This wealth, these opulences, everything for the service of the Lord under the guidance of a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, the real aim of life will be missed, or one will not be able to fulfill one's real aim of life. One's life will be just for the purpose of sense enjoyment, and one will worship the demigods, in particular here. One who has forgotten the real aim of life may worship Goddess Durga. They can. At least if they worship Durga Devi, they will understand that there are other higher living beings. It's like if you want to be good in education, who do you worship? Saraswati. Yeah. Or if you are sick, you worship Surya Dev, Sun God. Hmm? Or if you want to have a good husband, who do you worship? Lord Shiva. And because he's an ideal husband, the husband of Parvati. Another feature of Durga Devi, Shakti. So, the main purpose though is that um, Lord Krishna provided these different features of Durga Devi or Kali to be worshipped in different parts of India. Worship of Maya Devi, who was also daughter of Mother Yasoda. Mother Yasoda's daughter. Kanyakumari. Oh yeah, Kanyakumari. Yeah? Or in yes. Yes. Many places, even in Brindavan, as soon as you turn left from Chatikara, there's a big Durga. Yeah? And many people go there. Thousands of people go there to worship Durga Devi. So she's a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. Hmm. She's a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, whoever worships her, they also make advancement. Then eventually they'll come to the platform whereby they will understood that the source of the power that Durga Devi is giving or other demigods are giving, it doesn't come from them directly. That the worship or the benedictions, the blessings of the demigods also comes from Lord Krishna, who is the source of everything. So yes, we have to. Human beings are meant for understanding Atma Tattva, the truth of Atma, spirit soul, Paramatma, the supreme soul. Those who are interested in Atma Tattva, they worship Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, or Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, Radha Krishna, Gaurnitai, and many other expansions of the Supreme Lord. And we will read more about Durga Devi after this in the proceeding or the um, following verses. Following verses. Those who are interested in remaining in this material world and are not interested in spiritual salvation have many duties, but for one who is interested in spiritual salvation, the only duty is to surrender fully unto Krishna. Yeah, many duties, because these duties is like the same as we owe to many different personalities. Our forefathers, the sages, the demigods. Our forefathers, yes, that's why we came here. The demigods for providing everything, the sages for the scriptures, and other living entities. So we have many duties to do in order to repay them back. But if we surrender unto the Supreme Lord, there's only one duty: to keep on serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, birth after birth. So we're going to read a few more later on about this special feature of Durga Devi. So I stop here now. Is there any questions? Bhaktabhataru, you have any question? Uh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Big, it's big time. So much sufferings in this world. And I was hearing yesterday, I turned on the FM for the news. We have to keep update of what's going on, the current events, especially Baltimore. Number one in United States in terms of death related to drugs per 100,000. It's big. No, it's on the top, Baltimore. Why is that? Because these people are suffering and they're trying to find escape how to forget. It's like a stork putting the head onto the sand, right? Or an owl closing one's eyes in the daytime. Mm. So the artificial means whereby to alleviate one's sufferings and miseries cannot really be satisfied. One cannot be content. And you're right. For devotees of the Lord, we don't suffer that heavy. There is some effect also for the devotees, but for the pure devotees, there is no more effect. For the devotees who are, say, beginners, neophytes, it's a hard struggle also to perform spiritual activities. But once we get the taste, the higher taste, then everything becomes easy and becomes smooth. Yeah, it's our fortune, and Krishna is giving this available to everyone, but who are ready to accept? That is the question. It's like the sun rays or the sunlight is for everyone. But if you are just inside your room and you don't take advantage of the sun, then one will not get that strength. If you're inside the room. So the sunlight is for everyone, but who comes out? Who goes for japa walk? It's like you chant right there in front, right? Have the sunrise. Sunlight is energy. It gives you a special energy, natural energy. Yeah. So similarly, Krishna's mercy is meant for everyone, but who are ready to accept that mercy, because accepting the mercy means also paying the price of austerity, to perform austerity and so on. And the greatest austerity in Kali Yuga is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. To serve the Lord and His devotees. Who wants to serve? Not very many. But once we understood that the process is like this, then everything becomes auspicious. Okay, I will stop here now. Yeah. The devotees. Yeah. The more we serve ourselves for our own benefit, the more we suffer. The more it becomes miserable. Then it's the opposite. The more we have this desire to serve the Lord and His devotees, and also help the others, conditioned souls, then there is satisfaction, there is contentment, a real happiness. Jai. Yeah, especially in Harinam, prasadam distribution, book distribution. That's the best time. That's the best. If you can give one person a book, how much happiness is that for that person who received the book, and to also the one who distributed the book. And in Harinam, a book. I don't think one will feel sad if they see Harinam, and to also the unless they're really demoniac. The book. or fanatic in their religion. They have some of them, in the boardwalk, if they see in Baltimore area,
Unless they're
those
really demoniac.
Hare Krishna Christians, there's born again. They will look at you like, "What are you doing here? This is my territory. Don't come here." Yeah, you ever seen that in the boardwalk? Huh? Yeah, but they're not. They're not understanding what is religion. They have some of them. Religion means one. Prabhupada says one in Baltimore who can show you to develop love of God. That is religion. So how can you? No, there's no love. There's hate. Love means love everyone. Religion means loving everyone. Yeah, Prabhupada was once asked, "How come everyone loves you?" He was asked. Prabhupada says, "Because I love everyone." There's a reciprocation. The more you love, the more you show your love, express your love to others, then others will also love you. And Prabhupada is like that. His love is for all of humankind. All of humankind. The greatest welfare activity is to give Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, we stop here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Durga Devi ki. Well, she's a devotee. She's a pure devotee. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hanyavat. Okay. Hari